What's a shocking thing you've witnessed at a wedding that you'll literally never forget? Everyone knew that Nick and Vanessa were soulmates. This guy memorized her coffee order the day they met and had it waiting for her every morning for 4 years straight. He learned Portuguese because her grandmother only spoke Portuguese, and within a year was administering her medicine if no other Portuguese-speaking family members were available. Our girlfriends worshipped him. Why can't you be more like Nick? He built her a reading nook in their apartment by hand. Every anniversary, he'd recreate their first date down to the exact playlist playing at the restaurant. When her student loans were drowning her, he quietly paid them off over 2 years without ever saying a word. Then Nick's little brother Danny died. Hit and run. Danny was walking home from his night shift at the hospital when a car jumped the curb, struck him, and fled. He was 23 years old. The driver was never found. Nick was destroyed. Danny had been his best friend, his roommate in college, the person he called about everything. For months, he could barely function. He stopped showing up to work. He stopped eating. He would just sit in Danny's old room holding his guitar. But Vanessa was there through all of it. She held him while he sobbed at 3 in the morning. She went with him to every police station, every meeting with detectives, every dead end. She organized the vigils, set up the memorial fund, printed the flyers begging for witnesses, and made sure he ate when he forgot to. She even got a tattoo of Danny's favorite quote on her wrist so he would see it every day and smile. 2 years later, Nick proposed. He did it at the spot where Danny used to take him fishing as kids, at sunset, with a ring that had one of Danny's guitar picks embedded in the band. Vanessa sobbed for 20 minutes before she could even speak. When she finally said yes, Nick told her Danny would have loved her like a sister. The wedding planning brought him back to life. He threw himself into every detail. The flowers, the venue, the guest list. He wanted to honor Danny somehow, so he arranged for Danny's favorite song to play during the first dance, left an empty chair in the front row with Danny's photo on it, and wrote a speech thanking his brother for teaching him what love actually looked like. The day came. Gorgeous vineyard, 250 guests, perfect weather like Danny had ordered it himself. Vanessa looked like an angel walking down that aisle. Nick stood at the altar with tears in his eyes, and everyone assumed it was joy mixed with grief. The officiant did the readings. The vows came next. Vanessa went first, promising to love Nick through every storm, to be his shelter, his home, to honor Danny's memory for as long as she lived. There wasn't a dry eye in the place. Then came the moment. Do you take Vanessa to be your lawfully wedded wife? He stared at her. The silence stretched for 5 seconds. 10. His jaw tightened. 3 hours ago, I would have screamed yes loud enough for Danny to hear it in heaven. His voice cracked. But now, you disgust me, and I never want to see your face again. He turned and walked straight down the aisle. Vanessa's mouth fell open. Her bouquet hit the ground. His mother started screaming after him. Vanessa's bridesmaids caught her as her knees buckled. The vineyard erupted. Guests were shouting, standing, knocking over chairs. He kept walking until he reached the parking lot and got into a waiting car. Nobody could reach Nick for hours. His phone went straight to voicemail. Vanessa had to be sedated by paramedics. Her family was threatening to press charges. Everyone thought Nick had had a breakdown from grief. Then I finally got through to him that night. What he told me made my anger turn to ice. Turns out that morning, Nick had gone to Vanessa's childhood home to pick up something borrowed from her mother. While there, he noticed Vanessa's old laptop in a closet. He wanted to find photos from when they first started dating to surprise her during the reception slideshow. So he opened it. What he found was a folder labeled "Delete Before Wedding." Inside was a video file dated the night Danny died. It was dashcam footage from Vanessa's car. The timestamp matched the exact moment of Danny's death. The footage showed her car speeding down the same street. It showed the headlights illuminating a figure on the sidewalk. It showed the impact. It showed Vanessa's hands gripping the steering wheel as the car kept going without slowing down. Vanessa was the hit-and-run driver. She killed Nick's brother and spent 2 years holding him while he cried, organizing vigils for the boy she left to die on the pavement. The folder also contained a draft text to Nick dated 1 week after Danny's funeral. It read, "I almost told you, but I can't lose you. I'm sorry." Nick realized he spent 2 years sleeping next to his brother's killer. He proposed at Danny's favorite spot. He put Danny's guitar pick in her ring, and she smiled through all of it. When he finished telling me, I couldn't speak. He sent one final text to our group chat. I forwarded everything to the police. Vanessa's car was spotted heading toward the border that night. She never made it.